and welcome back to my YouTube channel, dear friends, dear viewers. In today's video I will be solving some puzzles on chess tempo. Also we'll play some casual games on chess.com just for the warm-up before today's Title Tuesday. So let's go. Problems, training, chess tactics, and start. Okay. Not easy. Yeah, g4 doesn't make much sense, I guess. Queen d5, bishop d5. Bishop d5 looks very nice because queen d5, maybe even some knight g5 tactical ideas can be there. So bishop takes d5. Yes, knight g5, h takes g, so rook f1 is the only move. And what if I push g4? Do I have g4 or not? I'm not sure I have it. Rook g4. Bishop f3, rook f3, with queen b1. Okay, bishop d5, rook f1, g4. If you go knight g5, then it does not work. I just take h takes g. Rook g4, but here bishop takes f3. Rook g7, king h8. Rook f3, and here I shouldn't take queen f3 because queen f3 simply loses rook g7, rook g8, then queen f3, rook a8. That's why queen b1 is winning. Yes, bishop d5. If you take rook g5, then at least bishop f3. Knight g5, h takes g. No, rook f1, g4. Nothing is working. I'm threatening bishop f3. Rook g4, bishop f3, rook g7, king h8, rook f3, queen b1, queen g1, queen g1. Yes, I guess bishop d5. Yes, now I should already start doing something, otherwise king g1. Yes, and here of course not queen f3, and I guess bishop takes f3, and not queen f3, queen b1 check is enough. Now we take, and we take on f3. Nice. Queen g3. So we are piece down. So what should I do? Queen c7 maybe? Because rook e7, rook e7, rook e7, king e7, rook e7, rook e7, bishop h6, king f7 for example. Queen b7, rook d8 for... What about queen c7? How do you protect? You just go bishop d8. You just go bishop d8. No, but bishop d8, let's say I go bishop h6. Rook h6, queen d7. Yes, queen c7 I like. Of course not bishop c8, not bishop f5. Maybe bishop f5, rook e7, rook c8. But at least worst scenario I can take on h7. Queen c7, bishop d8, bishop h6, rook h6, queen d7. This should be winning, right? Yes, even you have a couple of checks, but you cannot really stop rook e8. Yes, queen b7 I don't play because of I think rook d8 is forced, and now bishop a5, but bishop c8, and then rook is going to e8. Now I guess queen c7, bishop d8, bishop h6, king f7, queen d7, king g8, there is rook e8, bishop e8, rook e8, checkmate, king f7, queen d7. I think this is... Yes, I missed this. Yes, honestly speaking, I didn't see this move. No, but yes, I guess rook e3 finishes the game. Yes, opponent is threatening rook c8, rook e3 you go, queen f4, rook e7, and queen d6 you take. Because bishop b4 there is rook c8. Yes, that's just queen c8, rook g3. Wow. Wow. Okay, if I go king d1 or king d2, yes, king d1, but you have this king f5 move. That's why I want to start with rook takes f2. Rook takes f2, king, let's say d on d file, probably d6 or d5. Let's say I go king d1 or d2, you push e6, c1 takes, e7, rook e2, king d6, king d2. Seems very easy, seems. But maybe rook f2, there is rook c2, king f5, but no way this can work. Like you just go rook e2, or even you can go even rook c4, e6, king f2, e7, rook c8, king g4, rook e8. Somehow. So rook f2, rook c2, king f5, and rook e2, king g4, rook e5, king f4. No, but this should be lost, no? Rook e5, of course it is lost. Rook a5, g4, king f2, g5, rook a4, king f5, king g3, g6, king h4, g7. No, but so rook takes f2, the only move is rook c2, king f5. And if I go rook e2, king g4, rook takes e5, king f4, rook a5 or rook somewhere else, g4, king f4, g5, rook a6, king f5, king g3, g6. Hard to believe this works, but okay, rook takes f2, rook c2, rook c2, king f5. Wait, what I'm saying. Rook f2 takes to king f5, king f2, e6. No, wait. Rook f2 takes king f2, king f5, king f2, king g4. King e3, because if e6, king e4. King f5, king d4, e6, king d5, e7, rook e2. Okay, rook f2, I just take king d5 or king d6, I go king d2, e2, e6, c1 takes, e7, rook e2. This is completely lost. Yes, rook c2, king f5, king f2. I'm threatening to take king g4, king e3, e6, king e4, king g5, king e5, e7, rook c8. And if you play takes, king f5, king f2, king g4, king e3, king f5, king d4, e6, king d5, e7, rook e2, king f6, king d6, g4. Yes, but this should be winning. And I'm not going king d2 or king d1 because of king f5, let's say. Okay, let's take. Yes, or this. Yes, this is even stronger. Yes, but king e4 also wins, no? Rook c8. Wow, I like this kind of puzzles. So rook d7, king any square, king e6, and game ends in a draw. Rook f5 is the only move, of course king e6, rook g5 is the only move. And now you are having some choice. I have also rook e5, rook g5, but this I don't like at all. As I think you can easily get rook against rook and bishop, so that's why rook g5. And now h takes g, king c4. No, but king f5, king d3, king f4, king e2, king g3, king f1, king h2. No, rook f5, king e6, rook g5, h takes g, king takes c4, king f5, and h4, king g4, king d4, king d3, king d3, I guess, king f4, and king e2, but king g3, and king is, wow. So I should play rook f5, king e6, rook g5, rook e5, king f7, rook g5, h takes g, king c4, king g7, h4, g6, h3, king f7, h2, g7, h1. Actually I have another idea, like rook f5, king e6, rook e5, king f7, king c4, king g7, and now rook g5, h takes g, h4, g6, h3, king f7, h2, g7. That's why I should play rook e6 to stop king g6. And you have bishop f6, but I just play king d5 and then king e4. No, rook f5 is the only move, this is for sure. King e6, rook g5 doesn't make any sense, h takes g, king c4, king f5, and you cannot really push the pawn, and king is just going to the corner. King d4, king d3, king f4, king e2, king g3. That's why check, king f7, you take king g7, and here you don't take on g5, you go rook e6, the only move. And here king f7 doesn't make sense, bishop f6 is the strongest. Yes, I guess we should bring the king closer, king d5, king g6, I guess. We go king e4 with the idea to slowly go king f4 and king g5 opponent plays. Yes, and now this should be like rook d6 maybe. Bishop goes somewhere, rook d5, and then king is coming. Yes, rook f5. Yes. Yes, and then king is going to g4. Okay, nice. No, bishop e6 seems finishing the game, but not easy, yeah? Bishop e6, f takes here, rook d7, game over. Bishop e6, queen e6, rook d6 seems like game over, because okay, queen e8 is losing, queen e7 is losing, queen e5 is losing. Yes, the only move is of course f4 to play. Now rook e6, rook h5, and queen c5 also doesn't win. So f4, but should I stop or should I continue the line with queen h4? Maybe queen h4 is enough. Queen h4, now you don't have anything simply except f takes g check, f takes g. And f takes g, this is something very serious, because if I take f takes g, this rook c2 is there. So that's why I don't want also take with the queen, so I should play king g2. Yes, maybe this is the line to play. Yes, I think game over. So bishop e6, of course e3 maybe, but or you can even take bishop f7, queen g6, queen h6, queen e6, rook d6, f4, queen h4, and f takes g, king g2, and nothing is working. Queen is hanging, g takes f doesn't work, you don't have moves. Yes, here f takes g, rook c2, and I think white is lost. Queen g3, black can move the queen, and I guess king g2 is the... Yes, you just take this. Nice one. Yes, how should we open rook g2 or h5? Rook g2, the problem is queen is coming to d1. What about h5? h5 she takes rook g2. So h5, of course, you don't have any b takes c. H takes g is a checkmate, I guess. H takes g, you go king h6, and somehow I will checkmate. Like queen g4 move, or rook h2, rook g2 should be enough also. Yes, h5, I guess, no doubts. Because rook g2 there is unpleasant check queen d1 and king h2, queen is going h5. Yes, I think black is, so that's why h5, g5 if you go, I have queen g6 and then king h8, I have h6. Yes, very unpleasant position. So h5, I guess g takes h is forced, and now I should play rook g2, I guess, very unpleasant move. No, but rook g2, there is queen. Yes, exactly, rook g2. Rook g2, now b takes c, rook d3 doesn't work, queen d1, king h2. You should take queen d3 to stop queen g6 and queen f7. Well, rook g8, queen h5, bishop h6, queen f7, bishop g7. Oh, bishop, maybe rook g7 is also there. You have extra option of knight e5. Maybe h5, g takes h. No, rook h2 we don't have. Yes, h5. G takes rook g2, queen d1, king h2. Yes, you simply don't have any moves. Queen d3 is the only move. And here, yes, position is very unpleasant, but not knight e5. Of course, knight e5 ruins everything. I go queen f7 or queen e7, queen f7, probably rook g8 is the only move. And now how do I win? How do I win? Because I have knight e5, which is very unpleasant move, of course, for black. But queen h5 doesn't win because of bishop h6. Queen f7, rook g7, and black is back. Yes, h5, g takes h, rook g2, queen d1, king h2, rook queen d3. No, I stopped my calculations, but I guess it's completely winning, no? The queen f7, rook g8. Knight e5. Yes, knight e5. What do you play? You should go queen e4, otherwise, let's say it's checkmate, just queen e3 for example. No, queen e4 you are forced, and this is of course should be some checkmate. Queen h5, bishop h6. Yes, and rook g8 maybe. What do you play? Rook g8. Yes, you don't have simply moves. Yes, h5, rook g2, king h2, queen f7, and knight e5. Still, you know, not very easy. Yes, knight e5 because you should control g6 square. Because if you don't control it, what will happen? For example, knight e5, queen d6 is also there. I skipped. Check, king h8. Queen h5, bishop h6. And king h3, but no, I guess knight e5 we should play. Queen e4, I saw the queen d6. Queen h5, queen h6. Queen f5, king h8. Queen h5, bishop h6. And somehow maybe king h3. You go queen e6, and you know it's of course better for white, but no, knight e5 I should take, no? I don't think any other move, like knight b6. It makes some sense, of course, to go knight b6, but I think it's too deep. Too deep. Queen h5, bishop h6, queen f7, rook g7. This we don't want to get. Knight e5. Now rook g5, queen e2 check is there, and king h3, but b takes c, rook h5. Maybe really rook g5, but I don't like it. The queen e2, king h3, maybe rook g5, you know. Yes, queen e2, king h3, queen d3, because b takes c, queen g6 check is there. Queen d3, and where do you hide your king? And how do you hide it? Ah, you have rook g3. Like this, queen check, rook g3, rook g3, b takes c. So knight e5, queen d6. Here I'm not sure at all. Queen h5, queen h6, queen f5, king h8. And now opponent is threatening this bishop e5 or queen e5, queen h5, bishop h6. Yes, I know that position is slightly preferable, but so rook g5 I like more, but even there queen e2 is the only move, I guess. We should go forward, or maybe king g3, but okay, king h3, queen d3, and I don't have any I have rook g3, which is like you have also like queen e4, why not? Queen c4 you don't have, b takes c you have. Which move is winning? I'm not sure. Knight e5, queen d6. In the end, maybe we can try like, for example, king h1. I guess maybe this is the winning move, you know, like knight e5, queen d6, queen f5, king h8, queen h5, bishop h6, and king h1. No, but this is not easy at all to notice. Like king h1, and I guess this is over maybe, but not really sure. Because you don't have rook g2, my threats are decent. Like queen d5, knight f7, game over. Rook g7, there is rook g7 at least. queen e6 you can go. Yeah, but queen e6, knight f7 is there. I guess knight e5 is the move maybe. And you go queen f5 check, and you take here, and king h1. Look, this is such a nice puzzle. I guess we should really play it, because king h3 there is this queen e6 check, which I don't like. That's king h1. And still it goes, you know. Because knight g6, king h7, and I think we are in trouble. Rook g8, king g8, we don't have anything. I guess it should be some knight f7, king h7, and maybe rook g8. Or maybe knight h6 isn't working, so rook g8. So you should take. I take knight h6. You go king. Yes, I think this is the line. Wow, guys. I of course recommend this puzzle. Very nice one. Straightforward calculation, but definitely recommend it. Okay, what is this? No, we are down 2 pawns, but we are of course having better position. I think it's between knight d5 and like knight d5 is such a tempting move. And knight f5 I have, but first of all, like knight d3, what I'm going to play. Yes, and so knight d5, no doubts. Now knight d5 we are threatening knight c7 and knight f6. Of course you don't have time for any knight d3 moves, I guess. This knight f6. No, long castle should be your idea, I guess. Long castle, and what do I play? The simplest is of course to go rook b1, but rook b1 you will start sacrificing your queen, like rook d5, rook b5, a takes b. No doubt white is better. I also have a4, but a4 I don't understand, because you can just move the queen, and I'm not. So rook b1 is the only move. Rook d5, rook b5, a takes b, and this is of course should be in white's favor, and especially after such a jump like knight g5. Yes, no doubt we should go knight d5. Maybe even knight d5, long castle, knight d4 is stronger, you know. I think knight d4 is much stronger, because you simply don't have move with the queen. And not rook b1, I guess knight d4 is stronger. Queen d7, queen e8, checkmate, like. Yes, I guess knight d4. Yes. Rook b1 also was there, but well, I like this kind of puzzles. So this is like very easy, should be. Rook f5, g takes f is checkmate, e takes f, you go bishop g5, you are threatening knight f6, checkmate, f takes c. Oh, but f takes c. F takes c in position. No, so that's why I go knight g5, of course. Knight g5, you should take bishop g5, I take bishop g5, and now bishop f6 is a killing threat. If you even go queen d4, I will go bishop f6, queen a1, king h2. That's why you try f6. But f6, I take queen g6, you go king h8. And here, how do I continue? Should I take e takes f, or bishop f6 is also nice? Bishop f6 is also nice, but yes, but for sure I don't play rook g6. Yes, takes, of course. Yes, g takes f, of course, wasn't working. Knight f6, bishop f6 takes. Bishop g5, f takes bishop d8. I think position remains very, very complicated. So knight g5, I think we should play. Yes, we should take it. Yes, f6 was the strongest, because this is completely lost. Bishop e7. So what should I do? Queen c6. Oh. No, we are in trouble. Queen g8 doesn't make any sense. This pawn is hanging, knight is hanging. Well, I'm in huge trouble actually. Queen c2, you can take bishop f6 and checkmate is following. Look, which move do I have? So far rook b6 is the only move I see. But queen d4 you just take and I should resign. Wow. Seems very complicated. But rook e2, amazing move. And we are maybe even winning, you know, rook e2. Bishop f6, king h7. Queen d4, queen c6, checkmate, bishop f6, king h7, and I think we are better. No, we are not probably better. No, rook e2. So now I guess queen f4, queen g4. No, queen g4, I just win your bishop. Now that's why bishop f6, king h7. And now of course you don't have again queen g4 because queen c6, queen f6. I guess the only move for white is to play queen d5. And now after queen d5, which move is this? Yes, queen c7. Queen c7 attacking this h2 pawn, which forces bishop e5, but we just take queen e5. Amazing. Yes, queen c7 not those, because queen f7 is a threat. And now not rook e5, I guess, because of queen d4, queen c6, king g1. I guess we just take with the queen. Queen f7, queen g7, queen d7, queen g7. And this should be winning. Wow. No, but this is very simple, no? a3, queen b6, b4, a takes b, a takes b, you don't have anything. Knight g4, bishop g4, a3, queen a3, knight b5, queen b4, bishop d2. What am I missing? Am I missing actually something? No, I guess a3. And bishop d2, no? Queen b5, c takes b. All time high, correct, in period, mixed. Thank you. Thank you. Let's ruin the... So d takes c, of course, loses to queen d1, rook g5. This is very obvious. Where should I go? Queen f5, I don't like also, because let's say knight f5, d takes c, queen d1, king d1. I think we don't have even equality. No, we should move our queen somewhere like, I don't know, some square like e3 or g7. I'm just not sure which square. I think anyway opponent should go some king c7. D takes c, takes maybe queen f8. Knight c8, rook d7. But queen g7 or queen h6? I think it's better to have queen on g7. So my point is queen g7. I'm threatening d takes c, which is c takes d, rook d4, knight d5. This I don't like much. And king c7 you go, I take no, but I'm not sure because I'm gonna give you no queen d2, but or queen e3, let's say. I like queen e3. It's a very nice move. You will play king c7, and now I want to push g4. No, but g4, c takes d. Yes, it's good to have queen on g7 with the ideas queen f8 or queen h6. I apologize. So where to go? Queen e3 does look very tempting. King c7, and now d takes c doesn't make much sense, I believe, but it makes some sense. Also g4 is very interesting and annoying move for opponent. Okay, queen e3, king c7. D takes c, you have options like queen takes c5 and queen e5. Queen c5, and what should I do? Yes, my only idea is to play queen d2 or queen d3 and threaten some checkmate. Queen e3, king c7, g4 was tempting for me to play with the ideas if rook f4, d takes c. You have rook f6, but rook is not well placed, but you have c takes d, getting this a5 square for the rook d4 will go check. I have also ideas to maybe play somewhere e4, like for example queen somewhere and then e4. And then rook f2, e5. For example, queen h4 or queen h6. Yes, you go king c7, I go e4. You take on f2, I go e5. You go queen d7, d takes c. This forces you to play knight d5, but the position should be very unpleasant. But I can probably do the same with queen g7, queen on g7, but queen on g7 is a little bit far away. No, I'm confused. I'm really confused. Because queen e3 is very nice, queen h4. No, queen h4 I don't like much because king c7, let's say. And now d takes c, queen takes c5. Rook e8. Maybe, maybe queen h4 is the killing move. King c7 you take and you go rook e8. And that's all. But I'm sure other moves are also very tempting. Because queen h4, what else you can do? C takes d, rook d4, no, it's just over because d8 square. Knight g6 you don't have. Rook f2, there is d takes c. So king c7, I take d takes c. You take queen c5, otherwise c7 is hanging, and I go rook e8. You simply don't have any moves with the knight. You have queen a3, but king b1. Seems very, very logical. Maybe queen h4. Yes, rook d4, game over, I guess. No, but this is completely over, no? C takes d. Yes. Well, I think the starting position was really good for us. Thank you very much, dear friends. Hope you liked. And after some break, most likely I will record another video, and I will start playing some casual blitz games for the warm-up for today's Title Tuesday. Thank you.